I guess you, like me, if you're watching this video, has been enjoying playing some Battlefield 6 so far, or you're just interested in the game overall, and also when it comes to the title of this video, meaning the weapon progression system in BF6, at least so far, is way too slow in my opinion. I've been seeing other players, friends, but also content creators talking about this, and for me it's one of few things right now that is holding back the game a bit, or at least the experience of the game. Especially since there's so much positive to say about Battlefield 6 overall. I watched a video recently by a YouTuber called I'm Marksman, and even though he's foremost, or at least has been foremost, a Call of Duty player, he's also someone that has been playing FPS games for a very long time. He mentioned that it could take everything between 14 to 17 hours depending on the circumstances just to unlock one gun and all attachments for that particular gun. Now that's a long time. Especially if you're considering that there's around 45 guns at the moment in the game. And they'll add even more along the way. So that means that it'll take around 675 hours to unlock all the guns and their attachments in BF6 as it is of now, meaning all 45 guns. That's more than 28 days. So 28 days later, pun intended, you'll have them all. Now you might say that there's sometimes double XP events and you can play against bots in portal mode, at least for now, in order to rank up guns faster. Sure, but that was not the intention from the beginning, and I'm pretty sure that DICE and EA will find a way to stop those XP farming servers, or at least look into it. Or maybe not, we'll see. I guess some guys are mainly playing with one or two classes when playing Battlefield 6, and therefore don't care that much about slow progression overall or weapon progression, as long as they can max out maybe one or two guns in their favorite class. But that's not enough for me, at least, and most likely not a whole bunch of other players as well. I want variety, being able to switch between classes and guns for that sake, in order to have fun playing of course, but also not getting bored just doing one thing over and over again. But also since the situation in some matches might indicate that it'll be good for the team if, for example, I switch from Recon, which is my main class so to say, into playing as, let's say, a support instead. So my point is that I do believe that it's too long of a grind to unlock weapons in BF6 in its current state. I'm not sure about your experiences when it comes to challenges in order to unlock weapons in different classes, but I do know for sure that some challenges in the Recon class at least is quite tedious, and I can therefore understand that some players decide to spend some hours in these XP servers as mentioned before in the portal mode in order to speed up the process. Well, I'm not saying that it should be easy, because it shouldn't. But I do believe once again that it's too slow now in its current state and that it creates a bit of frustration. I hope not people choose to put down the game because of it. From a developer's point of view, it should be in their interest to keep a high player retention, but at the same time make it worthwhile to come back and play for more, a feeling of being rewarded as a player. With that said, it's most likely an easy fix if they do decide to do something about it. Curious to hear about your experiences as well, so feel free to fill in here. So if you're a casual player and can only log into the game maybe a few times a week, well then those unlocks gonna feel quite far away. Because let's face it, most people don't have the time to play and grind the game day in and day out if they're not a content creator doing it full time. So I believe it's a wise and good idea to look into this sooner than later, since it also tends to increase the gap between new players and those who have spent hours into the game even more. Again, you should be rewarded for your dedication when it comes to the game and playing it, but I believe it should come a bit sooner compared to what we're experiencing at the moment. Besides this, there's not so much that I can or want to complain about. If there's one thing though that I've seen happening often when playing is the fact that I do die behind corners quite often, which is unfortunately often due to a combination of netcode lag, heat registration issues and latency. This is annoying and I hope they'll find a way to improve the performance when it comes to these matters. Maybe also look into visibility as well if they decide to do something about the actual performance as well, since it can be hard to spot enemies in certain environments on the map. But on the good side of things, it seems that we've gotten a Battlefield game that finally connects more to the older OG experiences that I at least used to have when playing, for example, Bad Company 2 back in the days and BF4. Maybe not the campaign though when it comes to Battlefield 6 is up to pair with these older games. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard from others that it isn't that great. but the multiplayer overall feels good. So I'll stick to that at least. Might be so that some of the maps we're playing are obviously better than others for certain game modes, also depending on if you're attacking or defending. But as a whole, Battlefield 6 have been smashing hard when it comes to stats and cells, I believe. Other things that has been discussed within communities is the class design, which by some is described as a mess, and also the TTK in the multiplayer, with common complaints including the TTK versus TTD, which is time to death imbalance, where it felt too slow to kill enemies but too fast to be killed by them. Now this led to a feeling of unfairness where players would die before they had a chance to react or return fire. This was more of a problem in the beta, but it seems to still be noticeable in the full game as well. But again, the game is rocking hard and the numbers don't lie. Battlefield 6 has sold over 7 million units across PC and console in 5 days. That's amazing, and I therefore hope that we'll see a lot of good updates and quality of life changes within BF6 the next upcoming months. I'm pretty sure also these numbers will increase, at least when it comes to the overall player count, when they will release their Battle Royale game mode as well. It's expected to launch at the end of this month, meaning October, and gonna be interesting to see how it plays, even though I'm not per se a Battle Royale player, but I'll definitely check it out. With that said, I thought we would stop here and now, not doing a very long video today. But I hope you enjoyed, and let me know, of course, your thoughts when it comes to the topic of this video, or the main topic I would say, even though I also talked about other things that I think is good and what the players have been reacting to initially, at least here after launch, regarding Battlefield 6. But again, do you think that the grind is too slow overall in the game regarding XP and leveling up, but foremost also, especially when it comes to the weapon XP and unlocking weapons and their attachments? Should it be something that they change, or are you happy as it is now? With that said, thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to talk to you soon again in an upcoming video. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, and of course click that like button. It helps me out here on YouTube, especially now when I'm so busy with work and I can't upload as much as I would like to. Take care now and talk to you soon. So later.